Hi, everyone. It's Rachel, Oracle Spiritual Healer and Teacher. And today is a reading for Saturday, February 22nd. And I always have to look because I usually record these ahead of time. And I got to make sure I'm doing the right day. So just shuffling here. The deck I'm using that I got a nudge to use is this Animal Power deck. And I quite like the artwork on this. It's a little bit more modern and sweet. Okay. Let's see. So, first card. Open up to emotional healing. So I just did a video on this very thing. And again, this is the time to look at all the stuff from the past you haven't processed yet, whether it's this life or a different life experience. We all have things there underneath the surface, stored in our body that we need to look at. And why do we need to look at it? Because we're transforming, we're becoming lighter. Our frequency is trying to lift individually and collectively here on Earth. And so we need to process these things from the past to make space for new energy codes to enter in our systems. Because if you've heard talk about the new Earth, that is what is taking place, is this transition into a different sort of Earth than what we have experienced in a long time. And it's a long transition, but right now, again, we're in this place of the weeds, pulling the weeds, getting the toxins out, and so we need to do that. We need to create the space in our vessel, in our system, for those new energy codes to come in. I love patterns. Okay. Trust your multitasking powers. Now, this has to do with all those people who don't think they have time and space to do this. And you do. We always have more time than we realize. We need to prioritize our health, our wellness, because if we don't, again, it's just going to be harder. It's going to be harder, short term, long term. It might not feel harder because you're doing what feels comfortable, but doing what feels comfortable all the time doesn't mean it's easy. Doesn't mean it's easier. So you have the time. It is the time. Go ahead and do it. Yeah. Grounded power. This is still choppy waters we're in. It's a reminder to stay centered, to come back, to be an unshakable person. That doesn't mean not affected. That doesn't mean ignoring your emotions and your thoughts and your feelings. It means that you don't let things outside of yourself determine how you show up every day, who you are every day, affect your energy, affect you mentally and emotionally to the place where you lose yourself. You lose your sense of self and your safety, your sense of safety. So the practices that you have found that work for you to keep you grounded. And, if you need support in all this, I am happy to help you. Just reach out. And there are many, many other people who do this sort of work. And it's also important to find someone you really resonate with and want to work with. Building integrity. And this is for us collectively. as these systems, structures continue to collapse and shift and change, what are we going to build to replace them? Um, Even inside of yourself, if you're going through emotional exploration and processing, what do you replace all the old stuff with? What do you replace it with? How do you build? How do we build? Who do you want to be? Who do we want to be? What's next? What's next? Not focusing on the problem so much as what we want it to be. Do we want to feel good? Do we want to feel calm? Do we want to feel grounded? Right? Do you want to make things that are sustainable? Do we want to have equal rights? And this is the non-controlling part, let go. This is, we need to direct ourselves towards what we want without trying to control the outcome. Because there's always a bigger picture that's outside of our awareness. There's always a bigger energetic, um, flow. There's more going on than any one person can be aware of. So we direct our energy, we get clear on what we want. And then there's part of us that has to surrender and not try to dictate and control every aspect of how it goes. So that is our message for Saturday. Yeah. Enjoy.